just went live on Instagram, going live over here as well for you guys. I'm going to start on the same topic I started over there. Guys, business is hard. I'm going to share a couple stories with you really quick. If there's any questions in the chat on real estate, on business, on entrepreneurship, we're going to get over there. I also wanted to add, I'm running a webinar today in about 30 minutes. So this is going to be a short live. I'm going over exactly what I did to change from buying duplexes to larger multifamily. And it was no technical changes, but it was a way that I was thinking that was wrong. I'm going to share how to get over that and how to get into larger properties. I'm going to share how to find deals, how to fund deals, and I'm going to share why we're doing entry-level housing specifically, why we've had so much success there, why we'll continue to buy that asset class. So I wanted to invite you to that. If you hop over to my Instagram, link is in the story there. That is the webinar. We have just a few spots left, so if you want to do that, again, that's in 30 minutes. Excited to see you all there. Stories I was going to share today. One, I've had buildings flood and insurance not cover it. That was really expensive, hundreds of thousands of dollars of expensive. We were able to roll out of it with creative finance. We actually had the partner who funded the deal, bought us out of it. He sued insurance. He won. He got a bunch of money. We had no financial ramifications for terrible things happening. Very, very, very fortunate. Very, very stressful. I've had other buildings flood and we fixed them and insurance did cover it. I've had drug problems start at buildings that had recovering addicts in it. We actually had a building with a lot of Section 8 and a lot of people in recovery. It was going very well. Big community, happy community. One person came in and started dealing. Like 4 people fell off the bandwagon. It was really rough. To own a property and see that happen, it was sad. It was rough. I never want to go through that again. So that, man, that was difficult. When I started, so I have multiple companies. I have property management, I have real estate, I have multifamily strategy, I have a sales and marketing company. We have a portfolio of properties and businesses. When I was starting, and we started first like businesses, we spent a bunch of money getting them off the ground, a lot of money getting them off the ground. 2 times, I've had a payment processor call in, or not call in, just email in and say, hey, we're shutting you off, but we're keeping all the money you collected. One of them was like $100,000 that we had in the door. They came in, we collected, and that was it. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're just not going to distribute the money. We're still in dispute with them. Awful stuff. My other one, much smaller dollar amount, but $4,000, similar thing, different payment provider, reached out, hey, we decided that we no longer want to work with your niche. There's $4,000 that we haven't distributed to you yet. Even though we paid the bills, we did the work for our clients. Our clients paid us. They paid us into the system. They never distributed it. That money is still locked up, and we're still in dispute with them. And again, it's $4,000. When you're starting up a company and you're just like, man, $100,000 hit, boom, $4,000 hit. God, it gets stressful. I do want to share it is worth it. Like inside, my wife is getting to recover from having a baby. It's awesome. My son is inside with his mom. I'm going to get to spend time with him today. I get to spend my evening on this webinar with you guys later tonight, sharing a journey that ultimately has been really successful. You know, multiple 7 figures of successful, and how to build the same business. We got to do that because we went through the hard stuff, but I do want to prep everyone. If you're seeing any of the posts online with like, oh yeah, no, we've done all this stuff in real estate, it's going so well. It is going well. It doesn't always go well. It's been super stressful. I've had employees quit. I've had to fire people. We had a leasing problem like a year ago, and we couldn't figure out why things weren't getting leased up. And then we pulled the internet history on our main employee's phone at the time. And to keep it PG, it was not things that anyone should be looking at any hour, any time. They apparently did not have internet outside of work, and so they used their entire workday on less than appropriate activities. As you talk about a fun conversation on like, okay, well, you got to fire a person that we've trained up and depended on. Guys, business is hard. And I just want to share that. Business is hard. And if you stick it out, I think the reward is there. It's been worth it for me. The journey's been amazing. I'm really happy to get to share that with you. Also, I'm very excited to share that we are, again, hosting that webinar that's coming up in like 25 minutes. If you guys want to register for that, hop over to my Instagram, click on that link in my story, register there, and I'll see you guys there. But we're sharing exactly how we did this. As always on YouTube, we'll answer the questions that you have in the chat. It's a little shorter episode today as I am running that huge webinar, so I did want to make sure we get everyone in here And if we have any questions, I always want to be available this time every single week on this platform and on Instagram and on any platform I can show up on. So I'm here to talk about it. If you guys, if we don't have any questions in the chat, that's always acceptable, and we will move on. And I'll see the rest of you in about 25 minutes on my channel. While we give that a moment, I did want to share one really cool thing. We are almost there on our 44 unit acquisition. We have the last bit of legal meeting to get everything filed for Section 42. If you don't know, Section 42 is also called LIHTC. It's low-income housing. It's subsidized housing from the government. We only have a few years left on the program. We're buying a 44 unit for $1.85 million. Absolutely stellar deal. Beautiful asset. Guys, if you are going to do low-income housing, you can buy unbelievably beautiful buildings if you understand how to operate these programs. I'm going to talk about that a little bit on tonight's thing, but really the focus for tonight on the webinar here in 25 minutes is going to be the creativity, the deal structure, how we're finding deals for free. We're going to be talking about a lot of that pieces, but I'm going to end on some of the math on how you buy deals like this, make $5, $6, $7 million on a deal, and these things sit around on market. Like people will pass up these deals because they're hard to close, and you could do one of these and retire. Like you get through one good deal, you could retire. So I'm going to share a little bit about that strategy tonight too as a little bonus session, but hoping to see some people there. Now today, because we're so quick on the live, we're like 5 minutes in. I usually talk for 10 minutes before we even get started. I'm gonna go finish prepping for the live. I wanted to invite you guys here. I wanted to make sure I had room for the questions. I don't see any questions here. I'll see you guys all next week. Normal schedule, full live, all Wednesday. It'll all be planned out. So sorry for the very, very short live here, but if you guys want to go ahead, hop over to my Instagram, register. I'll be talking for 1 hour tonight. Maxed out this presentation for you guys. I spent a lot of time on it. I will go through scene by scene exactly how to build the business that I built, the way that I built it, so that you can replicate this yourself. I'm going to do it completely for free. Register for that for free on my Instagram story. See you all in about